Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. Today I'm bringing you Encroaching Elusives. This is a deck concept that was originally created by Swim a couple of patches ago, which centered around the Greenglade Duo and buffing it up to the point that you can, in one round, completely destroy the enemy and win the game. It gains +1 attack damage every time you lay down another unit, and so you can include into this deck these really cheap units that you can just lay down the board in one round, get the Greenglade Duo up to, like super high attack stats that the enemy can't deal with and can't block because they're elusive. Now, the reason this one is a little bit different is because in the current patch, the card Encroaching Shadows was released. And it grants all allies into the deck and hand +2/+2. So realize this isn't happening to the units on your board, it's in your hand. And this is a super cool card. It's an all-in card and works really well in this deck because we can buff up our units. It also allows them to have a little bit more survivability, so they're resistant against things like Withering Wail and Vile Feast, which is a huge problem, and Make It Rain. It just gets them above that 1 health threshold and will allow them to make contact with the Nexus and then get destroyed by being ephemeral. Another thing that we're including in this deck that's a little different is the Kinku Wayfinder. During the last patch, we also had Pix released. Pix is a support unit that is granting our allies +2/+1. So basically the same sort of concept as Encroaching Shadows. We're increasing the attack and health of our units, which makes it harder for the enemy to kill the units that we want to use to win the game, which is pretty much exclusively Greenglade Duo and things like Navori Blade Scout. That's a secondary unit. Alright, so we do need to be a little bit worried about pulling the Allegiance ability. So we have 75% Ionian cards, basically. So you're going to get it 3 out of 4 times. It's not the best odds, but it's okay. And then you can use things like Retreat and the Navori Conspirator to recall the Kinku Wayfinder and then use it again if you don't get the Allegiance proc. Alright, so that is about it for this deck. Yeah, you do have to be a little bit careful how you use it. You have to be mindful of how much mana you have so that you can use Encroaching Shadows on the right round and that you're able to bank enough mana to win the game the next round or the next couple of rounds, because you're not going to have a lot of chances. Your units are just going to die at the end of the round, and so you need to be able to, fill your board with units and then attack with them and be able to beat the enemy, and not... If you don't win, then they are going to have most likely a full board, and they're going to be able to beat you the next turn or in subsequent rounds now that your hand is depleted, and yeah, you can't do it. Another thing you have to look out for while playing this deck is basically any other deck right now in the meta, because they all include Targon and Hush. Hush is a super hard counter to this deck concept. Yeah, there's really no way around Hush. You just want to make sure you attack when they don't have as much mana to use all the Hushes that they can, and then maybe a little bit of luck as well. But overall, it's a super fun deck to play. You should definitely try it out. I probably wouldn't use it to climb ladder or use it in ranked. But yeah, we need to wait for Hush to be nerfed. I'm pretty sure Hush is going to be nerfed, and then something like this deck is going to be a better idea to use as a ladder climber. Alright, so yeah, that's about it. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Alright, so we're going to keep the Encroaching Shadows in hand, and we end up getting some pretty good draws here with the Greenglade Duo and Shadow Assassin. All this is pretty good. Ram we do have to be a little worried about because he's got Challenger, so we do need to end up finishing this off basically in one turn. And we also have to be worried a little bit about silences, so we need to be able to finish this off before we get to the point where he can just spam silence our units. Alright, so let's play our Shadow Assassin here. We've got Stalking Shadows, which is nice, and we should be dealing 1 damage here.
Looking into the future, I see.
Okay, this is okay. Deal 1 damage. Yeah, I think, do we want to use it? Alright, and we are going to, I think, use Keeper of the Masks here. Alright, this next round we're going to use our Encroaching Shadows.
No. You cannot escape.
We're going to block into Mentor of the Stones here. See if he uses anything to protect it.
An auspicious season.
Okay. That's fine. I'm actually going to use Greenglade Duo.
That's my resting face.
We're going to use Fading Memories on it. Say okay. And in the round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's actually use Kinku Wayfinder. I'm gonna bait out Hushes if he's got them. I also want some blocking units for once I use Encroaching Shadows, which will be probably this round now instead, and I'm going to try to beat him on round 7.
The journey is difficult. These will protect you. They'll never see us coming.
We're gonna save our Kinku Wayfinder as a
Protector, shield me.
as a blocker. Okay, so it doesn't look like he has Hush, which is nice. We've got some blockers for next round, also good.
This will be a good winter.
Alright. He's healing twice here, this is fine by me. Now we're going to use Encroaching Shadows. And in the round there. Alright. Let's see if we can do this. Ooh, we even drew the death mark. That's nice. That's good for this round actually, for in case he has a champion here. He's not going to be able to deny it. We're going to probably play a Pix and then use death mark.
We see through all.
Yeah, so we're going to go Pix. Just as a potential blocker here as well. We don't want him dealing a ton of damage. Okay, he's using Gem, so he's protecting his units. We're going to pass here. I've got no reason really to do anything.
These jewels are more than mere trinkets.
I wanted him to play a champion, but it doesn't look like he has it in hand. So this is okay.
Remember my words.
We might not even have to use Death Mark this round.
It will be done.
Looking for this?
Alright, we're just going to block like this. We're going to leave our Greenglade Duo out. And this is fine. And now we can start playing our second Greenglade Duo here. He's got 9 mana, so he can actually, if he's got Hush, he's going to be able to silence all of our units, which could really suck for us. Alright, so he's using Zenith Blade. That's fine, so now he can only Hush. Now he can only Hush 2 of my units. Right now, we are 1 away from lethal, is that right? So we've got 9, 13, yep. Okay, so that's fine. We're going to use this one right here. I think we're at lethal now. Keeper of the Masks. And now we're going to attack. Let's see if he has a Hush. I don't think even with a Hush he's going to be able to beat us at this point. Yeah, see, and we just get the win there. There's a little bit of planning involved in this sort of deck style, so you do have to plan a little bit. And I mean, this isn't necessarily original concept, and I mean, there's other people that have made this deck before, but it's pretty fun to play. You just have to think a little bit about it. The Encroaching Darkness definitely makes it a little bit probably easier. You just have to play it on the right turn and just have enough mana saved up that you can play all the cards that you need to in order to win. That's very important. Alright, so that's that for that video. It's a pretty fun deck. You should try it out.